Welcome, everybody. You're tuned into the Madden Underground Playoffs. We got a good matchup between Illuminati and TaylorMade. Illuminati is at home because he is the 4th seed in the division. Division winner. Detroit Lions get a home game. And we should be an interesting matchup. He's already gotten a stop, taking over in the first quarter. I would say under a minute. Got the ball back under a minute. He's able to push it to the Buccaneer territory right now. We got a 3rd and 1. Good dink and dump right there by Illuminati. Again, you're tuned into the Madden Underground Playoffs, the Season 4 playoffs. You know, a lot of people thought, thinking back into when it all started, a long time coming. It's been a while, man. We didn't think we'd be here this fast, but we made it. We've arrived to the end of Season 4 in the Madden Underground Pro League, man. It was something that a lot of people didn't think would happen. Not necessarily think would happen, but didn't think would happen this soon, given all the things that transpired this year in Madden. But we made it. We have arrived to the end of Season 4, and we're about to be possibly crowning our Season 4 champion. Burko is a 2-time winner. Assassin is a winner. There's only been one division winning Super Bowls in this game. We're gonna see in this league. We're gonna see if that'll change this season, or if that'll change next season, since that we're playing a 5th season. Jared Goff's gonna take off running, gain a 7 on the play. Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. Still has the potential to get the first down on this drive right here. And we got a lot of great matchups for you guys this playoffs, man. It's gonna be quite interesting to see who comes out on top. And we got a touchdown by Illuminati. Bellinger getting into the end zone. It's great to see great tight end play by the Lions after getting rid of Laporta. Bouncing back after the trade of trading Laporta to the Colts. Finding a way to get Bellinger into the action and into the end zone. Great play, great drive by Illuminati. Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be taking over on downs. Hey, that's a great question, but somehow it's worked out. He's after 2 seasons of trading Laporta, he's found himself in the playoffs twice. Hasn't been successful in the playoffs as far as he's won a few games in the playoffs, but he hasn't gotten to deep into the playoffs. But he's still been able to maintain his composure without Laporta. That was a big trade. He got quite a bit for it. He got a superstar O-lineman, and I think maybe a few defensive pieces in the process. But yeah, that's a huge acquisition to give up, a huge piece to give up. Either way, TaylorMade gets the ball to Godwin, who gets it up the field, across the 50 into the 35-yard line. Great pickup. And if you're tuned in and you like what we're doing here, go ahead on over to MaddenUnderground.com, sign up. You can participate in what it is that we're doing here. $2,000 prize pool every season. So that's over. I would say this will be over $10,000 we're giving out on the Xbox side, or it'll be the pro side, I should say. And you don't want to miss out, man. You want to go ahead and over to MaddenUnderground.com, sign up. and get in on the action. Don't miss out. You want to register at Madden Underground. We'll be doing things with NCAA when that comes out. And, Madden 25 or whatever they decide to call it, since there's already been a Madden 25. Again, looking like TaylorMade is getting things going right now. He's warming up, pushing the ball upfield, flipping the formation. Keep an eye on White right here. He'll be the guy to watch. And he gets sacked. He wasn't able to clear this defender. And keep an eye on the pressure that TaylorMade is going to be under the entire game. Illuminati's been sending heat. This is a familiar matchup. They played each other, I think, week 18 or 17 of the season. So these guys are quite familiar with each other, especially Illuminati. He knows what disrupts TaylorMade's offense. And it's going to be pressure because he likes to throw the ball. Here we go. TaylorMade taking his time. Trying to find an open man. Steps up into the pocket. Baker Mayfield gets moving. Gets a first down. Makes a man miss and gets to the 8-yard line. Ending of the first quarter. Let's see if TaylorMade can continue to punch the ball into the end zone, or if Illuminati can do something to get a stop right here. And congratulations to Trey Mosh, man. Trey Mosh made the playoffs. Found some way to get into the playoffs and was able to be successful defeating Black Phoenix in the wild card round. Shout out to Black Phoenix too on getting married this past weekend. Newlywed, found a way to get his game in before he started his honeymoon. But definitely shout out to Black Phoenix and his bride. It's a beautiful thing when you can see some of you Madden guys find love in the community. It's highly doubtful for most of you guys, but when you guys do, it's extremely impressive. All right, 1st and 10 at the 25. Jared Goff making the adjustments necessary. Dropping back. And he gets sacked by Vita Vea. Vita Vea on the pressure. Lost a 2 on the play. Motions Williams out, and this guy can move. Keep in mind, he's a speedster. Vita Vea is back on the move, and he nearly gets another sack, making it 3rd and 12. The pressure's on now. And keep in mind, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have led the league in sacks the entire season. I don't know what it was, but he had one player with maybe almost 30 plus sacks on the year. So TaylorMade definitely can bring the pressure. All right, 3rd and 12. Jared Goff looking to make the necessary adjustments to get this team in position to get a first down and more. Oh, and he's sacked again. Oh, well, not sacked, but disrupted again, I should say. Pressure is on his back right now. The pressure is on. All right, 4th and 12. He's going for it on his own side of the field. This would be great field position for TaylorMade if he can get a stop here. This could be game changing, I should say. game-changing opportunity right here for the defense. Oh, and he knocks it out. Knockout activated. Yeah, in that situation, he definitely should have punted. He's gonna get the ball back at the half. He got the early stop in the game, so it wouldn't have been like. I don't think that was the issue. So I don't know. Just gave him great field position and the opportunity to score more points. All right. 2nd and 13 on the play. These guys are doing a remarkable job of getting pressure on the quarterback right now. Motion Palmer out. Oh, he has a wide open White in for the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield doing a great job of navigating the pocket. Sifting through the garbage, waiting for the open man to clear and hitting him right in his hands, punching it into the end zone. Great job by Taylor May right there. And I know Illuminati and his lines are kicking themselves right now because they could have prevented that by punting the ball. They gave him great field position. And maybe, they'll get an opportunity to score right here and right their wrongs. We'll see. If you're tuning in on Twitch, YouTube, be sure to hit that like, that follow, that subscribe button, that follow button. We greatly appreciate your viewership. Also visit MaddenUnderground.com. Here we go. Man, wide open. Ooh, Williams wide open. You're not going to catch that guy from behind. Touchdown, Illuminati. Detroit Lions are back in the building, back in the game. Big play by Illuminati. You see those crossers crossing, and the defense, you pick a guy, and then there's another guy crossing your face or behind you. On those plays, you got to locate the last guy crossing. 9 times out of 10, the first guy crossing isn't the guy getting the ball. So if you jump that, 9 out of 10 times there's another guy crossing behind the guy you jumped. All right. So Taylor May to be taking over at the 23-yard line. Buccaneers football. Making all the necessary adjustments to get a man wide open, and there's a guy wide open, and he gets him. Godwin getting the ball to the 50-yard line. And to anybody watching, they say, why isn't he running this defense or that defense? Probably because that defense isn't working. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, the best way to stop these passing routes are you having to get pressure on the quarterback. We saw that earlier on the first stop of the game in the interception. Getting pressure on the quarterback is huge. All right, here we go. All right, so we got a 2nd and 15 at the 45-yard line. TaylorMade looking to make those adjustments. We've seen what those crossers can do. Keep an eye on oh, we had a wide open man. He's going deep up top. Palmer, can he get there? And he doesn't. Oh, man, he had a man wide open who had a step. He gave him a look that you would love to have as a quarterback, one-on-one with your speedster, getting the best of off the line of scrimmage, having a step, and you just wasn't able to get it there to him. All right. Watch Evans and White. If he chases White, Evans is going to be the man to hit, and man, Evans is on that double move. It's hard to cover. You can't run man without a safety back there to cover it, to help out, because that corner is going to bite on the first move if you don't have one step ahead. And there you have it. Call man. They say hands down, man down. But no, if you call man now, you know, it's probably going to be a touchdown. So he had no safety help over the top, one-on-one. He was hoping that the pressure got there, and it didn't. I know a lot of you spinner warriors. You know, you guys are going to have a hard time against a guy like TaylorMade. Because he knows the guy to hit. He knows where the mismatch is, and he's going to make the play. He's going to make the read. So, it's all the spinner warriors out there. Oh, Burko, hope I didn't offend you. Oh, and the pressure gets there. 2nd and 21. 2nd and 21. And like I said, TaylorMade has been bringing the heat all year long. This is the playoffs. Yes, this is the playoffs. It's the season 4 playoffs for the Madden Underground Pro League. There we go. And he takes off and ooh, that was close. Now, do you punt the ball or do you go for it? 4th and 4? You get the ball back at the half, 2 minutes left. I know he's going to go for it, but, you know, you have to ask the question. You have to ask the question. And, it's going to be an angle route to the back, and then somebody's going to be crossing, then somebody's going to be running a streak, and then somebody's going to pop free, depending on what guy you chase. He's got the guy sitting on the flat, so drops the back, covers the angle route, and he jumps and lurks it. There he goes. It's the same. At the crosser, the angle route. Baited him very well, like he was going to follow the angle route, drop back into the deeper crosser. Was able to pick it off. Great defensive play by TaylorMade. Not to say that the offensive play was predictable, but that just seems to be the go-to call these days. As you can see, he's doing the same thing. Angle route, post behind it, streak up the seams. Which one are you covering? And it's so easy to predict now. Great play. Oh, great Jerdo, and he fumbles the ball and he recovers it back. Great play by Illuminati. Almost triumph turned tragedy with the fumble, but he was able to recover it back. Oh boy, and he drops it. Knockout. The knockouts are knocking out. They're kicking in. You gotta love it. Not as an offensive player, you gotta hate it, but as a defensive player, when it saves you like that, you gotta greatly appreciate having those abilities back there. Let's see if he can make the proper adjustment, if he can see what's available. We know he's... Nope, he didn't. Oh, he got him. Oh, he did. He made the right adjustment, but it just didn't have the time to get the ball off. Oh man, that guy was gonna be wide open too. All right, let's see if he's gonna. We know that there's gonna be an angle route. We know that there's gonna be a crosser coming behind it. We know there's gonna be a seam. Now, if there's a corner route somehow, and he hits it, there we go. Corner route's gonna be open. All right, great call, great play. You want to make the same call, but you want to throw it. You want to throw a drag route in there this time. He runs it. He throws the bubble screen. Oh, makes a man. Nearly makes a man miss, but you gotta love the stretch bubble alert, man. This great call by Illuminati right there. Something that wasn't expected. We haven't seen him run the ball all game long. Gave him a different look, and he nearly had success with it. Nah, there's too many stars on the line. That was highly unlikely. So, but great try nonetheless. Again, you guys are tuned into the Madden Underground Playoffs. This is season 4 in the Madden Underground Pro League. Like I said, we've only had a few champions. We've had 3 champions two champions thus far in 3 seasons. This being the 4th. We're looking to crown a new champion, but so far the NFC South hasn't let us do that. The NFC South, Assassin won his first Super Bowl. Burko won the next 2, and it's gonna be, it's looking like the NFC South may be the division to beat. We got Taylor May doing a great job right now. We still got Burko left with the bye week in the wild card round. He's number 1 seed, so we'll see what they can do if they can bring it home again. Somebody from that NFC South, but we got a lot of new faces in the playoffs. We got Trey Mosh winning his first playoff game in his first appearance in the playoffs this year with the Eagles, and he'll be taking on Burko regardless of whatever happens in the playoffs. So if he can take out Burko, he may do the league a huge service by knocking out one of the Goliath players in the league in the divisional round. But yeah, Trey Mosh has punched his ticket to the divisional round, and he will be facing Burko. Shout out to wide receiver Woody as well. He defeated Space making his second playoff appearance this year. Wasn't able to defeat wide receiver Woody last night, but wide receiver Woody will be advancing, and he'll be taking on the winner of, I think, who does he play? I think he takes on the winner of the BKP and I think he takes on the winner of the BKP and the True Legend game. So we'll see how that works out. Make sure you guys keep it locked. You guys are tuned into the Madden Underground Playoffs. And we got some new faces coming into the Madden Underground Pro League, man. So make sure you guys keep it locked. I'm not talking about just any regular guys. These guys are former champions. These guys are champions. These guys are guys that have been in big games, and they're not going to fold in certain type of situations. So if you want to find out, be sure to tune into the Madden Underground podcast tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll have all the details of who's coming in, the coaching carousel that transpired, the huge coaching carousel that transpired going into season 5. A lot of new faces. We got a new Charger user. We got a new Saints user. We got a new Dolphin user, and many more. So make sure you guys check these guys out. These guys are good players, great players, and you're going to be surprised to see who it is. And ooh. Makes the guy miss. It was like a little subtle juke move, but it wasn't even a juke move, just a subtle step. Able to get a few more yards out the play. 28 seconds remain, no timeouts. And let's see if Taylor May can get into the end zone before the end of the half.
And for all you spinner warriors out there, that's the thing you cannot do in this situation is give up those type of yards. It's been an excellent matchup thus far. And as you said before, B. James, you win by the blitz, you lose by the blitz, you die by the blitz.
Hey, when you come into the booth, announce yourself. You know what I'm saying? You scared the hell out of me just now. I'm like, what is this?
Hey, I've been listening to this podcast the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Like, what is he talking about? None of that is true.
Hey.
Burko ain't gonna lose to Trey Moss.
Hey,
Shout out to Powder. Shout out to Powder.
Hey,
you know,
hey man,
for making it this far. Hey. Black Phoenix just got married, bro. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even thinking about the playoffs.
Nah, he's definitely thinking about the honeymoon. And I think that was the most favorable matchup Trey Moss could have gotten going into the playoffs, was matching up with a newlywed Black Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like he's on his way to his honeymoon. He's like, man, I won't be back until Saturday. We can get this game in, but I really don't care. Got bigger fish to fry. But you know, he nonetheless, they got the game in. He was able to play, and he was able to advance. So he should be sending Black Phoenix a special. Oh, he should have took the 3 right here. That might be crucial. This might come back to bite him later.
It could, but you know, a lot of that was muscle memory, right? It's the matter of the check down. So you talked about, you know, some of those reads that he was making in the first half, and we saw certain people wide open. We talked about the crossers, you know, not the first guy, it's going to be the second guy. And a lot of times that's usually what it is. You know, thought maybe he can make a play, but I don't know if it's going to come back to bite him. I think he's going to have to manually cover that route that we know Illuminati loves so well, that one play touchdown. But it's the NFC South, bro. You know how tough they are.
No, definitely. Like I said, these guys, and these guys, this division just got even tougher when you talk about homemade hibachi jumping in it with the Saints. So it's gonna be an extremely tough division. When you talk about hibachi, you talk about TaylorMade, you talk about Assassin, you talk about Burko. This is by far this going into this season. As far as skillful players, this might be the most skilled group in one division we may have ever seen. So, we got Luke Kuechly taking over the Dolphins, and that division is gonna be tougher now. You know what I'm saying? You got true legend playing at a high level, two playoff guys in that division. You know,
yeah.
So, and that's not even mentioning the Kings still with the Jaguars and things like that. So it's gonna, like I said, season 5 is gonna be one you don't want to miss, and a lot of people are gonna be geeked to see what these guys can come up with and what they can produce. This offseason is gonna be huge, and people say, "Oh, it's like any other." No, it's not like any other offseason.
Not even close.
No, it's not. It's like this might be one of the most important offseasons as far as retaining your players, as far as bringing in new talent, as far as doing drafting. Again, the draft class is available for download to all the league members. If you search Team Ryan James, search B James 129 if you're on the PS5 console. It's available on both consoles. Just search my gamer tags on both consoles, and that draft class will be available for you to download. You definitely want to do your due diligence in setting your draft boards, because you know you want to get all the pieces you can find to help you get ready for war. Oh, he left him. Oh, he got there. Great. Hey, Vita Vea has been a force to reckon with all game long. 2 sacks on the game. He's been devastating on any run play that's been, you know, called throughout the game.
But that was look, Illuminati, his pocket presence was ass on that play. Yeah. He rolled out, you know, he moved up in the pocket. It's like, bro, you were gonna have your pick. Like, Katz was running wide open.
Oh, and another sack right there.
Yeah, you know, he held it on too long.
And my thing is this: TaylorMade had, I think, 30 sacks with one player by week 10. Yeah. So it was like, why, you know, going into this game that you're not gonna have the time that you want to throw the ball. So why not implement the run a little bit? And I know I just mentioned Vita Vea in the run, but I'm sure he wasn't game planning for you to run the ball with his abilities or anything like that. So I think you would have a little bit of success if you implement something. You know, everything that those timing routes downfield, you're not gonna have a lot of time to get those off. So if you need a lot of time to throw those routes, you might want to call something totally different, because you're not gonna have the time.
And on top of that, you know, you got to worry about the knockouts as well. So you're not gonna have time with the pass rush.
Yeah.
And then you got knockouts to worry about, acrobats to worry about. I mean, you definitely have to consider max protect. And we know when Illuminati is taking his shots downfield, he makes all the right adjustments. So
yeah, definitely. You gotta wonder, like, you know, you gotta hope that, you know, he possibly loses some of these knockouts, or are things like that with regression going into the next season. But
yeah, we wish we could hope, but you talked about how imperative this offseason is, and along those lines, a lot of people are going to have hot route masters, set feet leads. So you're going to be going up against some offensive schemes that maybe you didn't have to worry about, and you're going to need that type of talent on the defensive end. And this draft can help you go a long way with securing some of the talent you might need.
Yeah.
On the defensive side of the ball.
Definitely. Like I said, a lot of guys are here, new faces are joining, and they're getting really good teams, And then you have guys that are taking over less teams, but they have great schemes, and they're gonna see what they can do with those teams as well, So people thought, season 5, season 4 was gonna be the end. Nope. Just when you think we're done, we're kick this thing into another year, So
yeah.
And also, and this would be the prequel to what we'll see in Madden 25, because a lot of players that we haven't seen from the PS5 console get the opportunity to play in the league with the Xbox guys. Mm-hmm. Jay Savvy's definitely one of those guys who's been trying to get some of the love from the Xbox side for maybe a season or two, or a year or 3, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's definitely had felt some kind of way about the Xbox side in comparison to the PS5 side. So we had an opportunity. He's having an opportunity to get some of that shine over here on the Xbox side. He'll be taking over the Chargers, so that's gonna make that division a little more tougher. Savvy taking over the Chargers. You got Space. You got Silverback, and you got Jay Hall. And that's, you say those names, you think like, okay, well, those guys have been living pretty much rent free in that division. So time's up. And great defensive play right there. Great pick. Illuminati making a great play. And I think when you talk about defenses and you talk about rosters, Illuminati's secondary is extremely underrated. It's extremely.
No, it definitely is. I mean, when you look at what he's got out there, you can't just look it off. I mean, granted, they don't have all the stars on the field like that, but
they're highly rated.
Tremendous amount of speed,
great amount of awareness, and he's calling the right calls to get those guys in position to make plays.
There is. And I like this move here. You talked about him running the ball. Probably not the right play, to run against that formation, but he has to run the ball. He's got a 1-score lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take a little bit of time off this clock, because if you can punch it in for another touchdown, you got a 2-score lead, and that's what you want. That's what you want. You want to make sure maybe the tailor-made presses a little bit.
You want to stay away from. You want to stay away from Turner. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want to do. So, he's got a lot of talent on the defensive end.
Definitely.
That necessarily isn't his strength, but we know he's an elite passer, and there's that pocket presence again. You had a running lane, or you could have dropped back in the pocket. I mean, he's sending 4. So where your superstars are on the offensive line. Illuminati, you don't want to waste this opportunity. Let's see if he can come up with something. It looks like it's going to be, cover 4 again. But it looks like he's going for his home run hit and play. And if TaylorMade stays on that linebacker, he better pray that they get pressure.
Definitely. And he catches a great play. He able to get those feet down before the knockout is activated. And this huge play by Illuminati right there, going to St. Brown.
Yeah. It's just very difficult when you don't get pressure to stop anybody.
Definitely.
But the Lions like to push the ball down the field, and that's his go-to formation. So, you definitely, if you're scouting him, you got to know when the chips are down and everything is on the line. He's definitely going to go to that play. So,
all right, we talked about that. Oh, here we go. There's something you didn't see early. Oh.
Yeah, good read that time.
I think that screen is theirs. It's going to be there a lot of the times in the game because of the coverage that he's calling, to cover those corner routes and to cover that angle route. So if you want to throw a bubble in there every now and then, you might get a good chunk of yardage off of it because of the zone that he's calling. So
yeah, and I like this. He could easily.
Great route.
There you go.
Great read. They got another first down. Illuminati's
Yeah.
great pocket presence, by the way.
Yeah, starting to get into a rhythm. He's feeling comfortable, and when he sees you moving players like that, then he automatically knows, okay, those corners are off, so it's cover 4. You spreading out your linebacker or your sub, which means I got numbers. They trying to cover the outside, not the inside, and you play in the middle, so I'm gonna attack you.
Definitely.
And there he goes. Definitely running the clock, but say what you want to say. Is Illuminati the underdog in this matchup, even though he's playing at home?
Yeah. Anytime you're playing an NFC South team, you're definitely an underdog.
Okay.
All
right.
record to say that. Anytime you're playing an NFC South team, you're definitely an underdog. No matter what the roster says, no matter what the team rating is, because those players, everybody in that division can play. All those guys are either Super Bowl champions, potential Super Bowl champions, or former Super Bowl champions. So
Yeah. I think he had two receivers going in the same direction. But I think he's liking the looks that he's getting right now. He's feeling a little bit more comfortable. And this is what you don't want to do. TaylorMade is pressing him right now. So look for Illuminati to hold on to the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
You might be looking for that deep post. Went to the check down corner route, but that knockout activated. 4th and 4. We know he's going to go for it.
And his defense is pumped right now. You gotta look at the momentum meter. It's not in your favor right now. It's starting to lean towards the other side. You gotta call something that's gonna be open. Because if they touch you, chances are the ball's coming out.
Yeah. And it looks like TaylorMade's trying to run a Mabel concept, but he's definitely looking for that man coming across. Excellent coverage.
Great, he holds on to it. Great play.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the only throw that he could make. And that's a huge play right there. I know TaylorMade always feels like he's on the short end of the stick when it comes to the playoffs. Either it's untimely fumble or
this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to pause the game in the second half, because what happens is chances are the game's gonna lag out and give you 2 points, and your opponent's gonna get the win. That's what we've seen.
Yeah.
So if you guys tuned in, make sure you avoid pausing the game in the second half of a game, because chances are the game's gonna do some weird stuff and start lagging, and it's gonna give whoever the opponent of the person who paused the game the victory.
Right, now here we go again. Okay, now he knows he's got to cover that tight end.
That's what we said.
Yep.
That bubble was there. He's in zone, so that's gonna be there if he doesn't man up somebody on that.
Yeah, but the corners are playing off.
Yeah.
And right now, you don't really have to worry about that deep post like you normally would. So, TaylorMade is going to have to figure out how to make a coverage adjustment here, because I expect for Illuminati to play a lot smarter than he did, a couple downs ago when he was in a long down the distance, because he's basically got the game in hand right now. At 2nd and 2, he's going to hit that 2-minute warning.
I saw TaylorMade this morning posted in the game chat that he thought he was playing MP. Like he had his heart and mind set on MP, like playing MP. Like he figured he had a better opportunity to beat MP than Illuminati going into this game. That's what he said this morning. That's what
crazy, because I don't know how he would think, that would be an easier matchup. That's very interesting. I'm sure, if he's able to advance, that's definitely a question to ask. And yeah,
great run right there, first down.
It's not time to start using the timeouts, but at what point are you going to call your first timeout, B. James?
You probably want to call it, honestly. Right now, probably be the best time to call it, because you want to be able to. I guess maybe if you get him into a goal situation, but he's letting the clock run, so you might want to start calling those timeouts now. And I know these guys aren't worried because they have like 2 scored plays in their arsenal. I mean, 2 play calls and a touchdown. Great read. He falls down wisely. He burns that timeout.
Yeah, and you like to see that hitch adjustment right there. He knew someone's gotta chase, that fade route or go to the outside, right? Because he's been running cover 4. So, TaylorMade needs to bring them corners up. I mean, the coverage reads are too easy. He might even run the ball right here. See?
Vita Vea right there again, only giving up a yard.
Yeah,
he was out of position and still made a play. Shout out to Vita Vea. He's been balling this game.
And this is definitely a big play here. We'll see what Illuminati comes up with, but this could be the ball game right here if he gets this first down.
I would assume that it's gonna watch. Oh, he doesn't call it.
Nope. Oh, he missed his man, but he takes off running.
Oh, and that's the game.
That's ball game.
That could be the game right there.
That's ball game, and it was great to see him drop back and not drift to the right side. Gave himself an opportunity right there to get the first down with his legs. The middle opened up, and he's wisely going to, let that clock run down and take his knees. But this is the second upset of the playoffs outside of the wedding gift that Trey Marsh gave to Black Phoenix.
Man.
And it's time for the defending champion to awaken from his slumber. He's gonna have to play in the next round.
Burko, man, is definitely gonna have to lock in, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But
I like that graphic you had up there. That was kind of cool. Man, so I gotta ask you the question everybody wants to know. Season 5, are you opening up relocation?
No, I haven't. No one's asked me that.
That's because they're afraid to.
No one asked me that.
They're afraid to.
Yeah. No, I'm not opening up relocation.
Okay. All right, you heard it here first.
That was definitely a hybrid thing because there are guys that were more interested in playing in Japan than winning games.
You can say that.
Were you the guy that's playing in Japan?
I am.
Oh,
but,
okay. I thought so. Did you win your first game?
No, unfortunately, I blew it. I blew it. It was there.
But I'm sure you enjoyed the sightseeing in Japan.
No, we were on the road.
Okay.
Yeah. Where the Titans playing?
We're playing in Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, I rest my case.
Yeah. But we won our first game.
No, well that's good. That's good.
And our stadium was beautiful, by the way. The weather was great. The women.
Oh, you had a home game.
The women in the crowd were beautiful, and
as they always are. Shout out to Rio de Janeiro.
And look at that interception. That interception is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's really nothing to look at. He didn't, he didn't put enough air underneath it. Didn't lead him. You know what I mean? Threw it short. It was an interception.
Wow.
And I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I miss that. That's what we used to grow up with, man. When the shows would go off. You know what I'm saying?
That's when it gets ugly.
The show was over.
That's when you throw the screen when it gets ugly. Like, oh, it's ugly. Broadcast over.
There you go. So, based on what we've heard, our sources lead us to believe that we're going to have the remaining 2 games played tomorrow, correct?
Yeah. We have the actually it's 3 games. We got Honcho and Dimes playing tomorrow at 6:00. We got Blaze and TG playing tomorrow in the afternoon sometime. And then we got BKP and True Legend playing at 5:30. So we'll probably have a doubleheader going, multi-screen going with both of those games going at some point in time. So we'll see what happens. And everybody tuning in. We appreciate your viewership, man. Make sure you take the time out to visit MaddenUnderground.com. Check out what we got going on over there. Make sure you hit that sign up. Click on that waitlist button to get in on the action that we got going on. If you're not already registered on the website, click the waitlist. Get on the waitlist so you can possibly get into the leagues, man. We got some openings in the hybrid league, so get on that waitlist and we may contact you as soon as maybe tomorrow if you're interested in playing in the hybrid league. that's just basically an opportunity for you to get your way into the pro league or prove to us that you're capable of playing in the pro league. A lot of guys want to play franchise, but they don't understand the etiquette that's required to play in a franchise of this caliber. You have to be able to schedule your games on time, be prompt with your opponents, and be able to stream your games, and while managing, communicating in Discord. So that's all we require, and you can show to us that you're capable of doing that by going to MaddenUnderground.com right now, clicking on the wait list, and joining the Hybrid League. As you see him right there, the Super Bowl champion, not the Super Bowl tournament champion, is taking over the Dolphins. You had an opportunity to play him, Philly, but you ducked him. And we
Is that how we gonna call it?
Hey, I'm just saying that's what the word on the street was, that you had an opportunity to play. And
is it? That's what the word on the street is.
And keep in mind, as we conclude our playoffs next week, the Madden Royals PS5 League will be starting their playoffs. Starting their playoffs next week as we conclude ours. So make sure you guys keep it locked. We'll have a lot more action. Madden action, high level, high stakes Madden action going on here at MaddenUnderground.com. So make sure you hit that like, that follow, that subscribe button wherever you may be viewing from. And we'll see you soon. Anything you want to say in closing, Philly?
Nah, man, this is just a great way to kick off the playoffs, and can't wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Can't wait. Awesomeness. As you see, and Taylor Made is still going through the roster looking for the answers. Asking Houseway, but we'll see if Illuminati can carry on this energy going into the divisional round. So we'll see, man. But again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't want to miss out. We'll probably have Snipes with us tomorrow, so make sure you guys keep it locked.